Hello everyone, I'm Talushi Yue. Today's topic for you all is October has arrived. So now, in the situation of Cold War, breakup, rupture, what does he think of you? Does he miss you? Let's test this issue. First, calm down. Into second and third sets of cards. Feel the pattern and corresponding color on them. One that can strike your heart, choose it with your intuition, and collect the face-up to strengthen the direct link. The prediction will be more accurate. You can mark the corresponding 1, 2, 3 in the comment section for everyone to choose. Alright, let me take a look at the first set. What kind of cards did I get? What does he think of you now? Does he miss you? This kind of rejection has a very clear and heavy sense of family. The first thing you need to deal with some problems in reality. Either you have a family, or he has a family, or your relationship is opposed by friends and family.
Yes,
so in his mind, he would think that building a family with you is a particularly difficult thing. They would also imagine maybe they have thought about the relationship with you. Can you get together? Or can you be a happy family together? But now the obstacles in his thoughts and your relationship are too big in reality. In addition, it seems there may be other people around him now. For instance, his regular opposite-sex friends or some new acquaintances. He can't make a choice because of his indecisiveness. He is very conflicted, and you have tested this person. As of now, his thoughts about you seem to have no future. That is, he doesn't have much confidence in your relationship. The whole star is relatively lacking. Although everyone thinks this sign is somewhat negative, I would think that this person is actually more rational. He can be said to be more mature in conversation, but sometimes rationality can be particularly ruthless or selfish. And even though you see 3 cards, he will think that there is no future with your relationship. So he stopped his steps, stopped his expectations, but from these 3 cards we can see his reluctance for this relationship. He can't let go. But considering the realities, we should always think long term, right? To recognize this relationship, either end it now or take a break, temporarily separate. And now he feels like he's in the cow camp but his heart is in Han. There might be a certain distance between you two and you can't see each other often, or there's simply no way. But a lot of times he seems to be quietly observing you, paying attention to you. His mind is also with you. Even if he thinks it's still very split and feels there may really be no future with you, but for this in your heart, for your longing, for this kind of feeling, you still haven't let go. So this set of cards, I feel like there's a lover. The loyal servant is that he thinks too much. And the most important thing is that there is a very big real obstacle between you, right? Let's draw a card to see what advice it has for you. Actually, these 2 words mean you don't need to be too anxious about this relationship, even though it seems that the 3 cards are quite negative. It seems like you can grasp your position in this person's mind. Even if you didn't come to do this tarot test today, you might have a nameless feeling in your heart. The feeling in the destiny between him and you are not severed. It's like he will come to find you and there seems to be further development between you two. For some reason you'll have this thought because interpreting these 2 words will create a certain... Actually, everything is under your control. It's just that you two might have been disconnected for a bit long, and your emotional state is unstable. We have to test the tarot, let yourself see, right? How will the future direction be? There's a saying in the heart. Although the 3 cards appear to be reversed, which is not quite normal, I see no real issues between you two. I think it's more about the objective circumstances. Or in other words, some external factors affect you. This is the first set of cards. If you have any other doubts, you can find IUA for one-on-one analysis. This is the first set of cards. Let's see the second set of cards. After breaking up in Cold War, what does he think of you now? Does he miss you? Let's look at the first card drawn from the old ones, all 3 of them. Wow, everyone, pay attention to these cards. First, I have shuffled them and they were drawn randomly on the spot. Look at the pattern. There are 3 people in total. All 4 ones, all 5 ones. It's a continuous development process. So what does he think of you now? There is a transition where he suddenly thinks about his future life, his emotional life. He wants to start a new life. find new people or new feelings or start me. The journey of future life is the beginning of my life alone, and it's a thorough stage. But when he thinks again, it seems like he doesn't have any major motivation, so let's keep the status quo. Right now he is still alone. Then after a moment of thought, you feel like you can't let go of her, right? This kind of back and forth in your mind, fighting from 3 to 5, right? Struggling back and forth between 3 and 5. So actually, when you test this person, they are living in the past in their heart now. You see, it is all full. We can guess that they are either a fire sign, for example, Aries, Libra, or maybe Sagittarius have their sun sign or their God hidden sign. Either one of you in this relationship has these signs. And this kind of platform, I think, would be particularly easy to correspond to the summer. I mean, the problems of your relationship may have been planted in the summer. Because these 3 sets of cards are all fire signs, that is, the vague energy is particularly strong. So it is easy to correspond to the next set, and it is easy to correspond to the south. What is called the south may mean that both of you are from the south, that is, they are now in you, the male side, or there is a shift in your relationship. A direction could be south, because the fire speed is particularly strong. Moreover, your set of cards is the kind that may currently be particularly related to red or his side. Did you buy something red, or did you buy something related to red? Because I just felt this strong sun or fire energy is particularly vibrant. So he's particularly caught up in the 3 cards, struggling with your feelings. Today he might think he wants to start a new life, and tomorrow he might feel he can't let go of you, longing to come back to you. He's constantly swinging back and forth in this middle ground, and he'll feel that there's always a quarrel between you two. So I think your card means this person must have a bad temper. Either he has a bad temper, or his self-control is not very good, or he is a straightforward person, right? He speaks his mind and can't beat around the bush. If you don't like someone, or say you hate them, or have any thoughts about them, you just show it directly, right? No disguise at all. So this is the second group of stands. I feel that he actually misses you. He must miss you. So what I see is you two every day. I feel that this set of cards is especially like that of young couples or the feelings of young people. Of course, it could also be those of older age. Between you two, it could just be youthful energy. Anyway, because of too much love, you might have a lot of quarrels, but you always make up at the end of the day. It could get quite intense, even physical at times, but that's just how it is. So I don't think this transfer order is a big issue. Looking at his current state, all his actions were made on an emotional impulse. But I feel that after this period has passed, things might get much better. He might become more stable. So I shouldn't worry too much. You have the answer in your heart, so everyone can now close their eyes. Meditate for a moment, calm down. What do you think? Will he come back to you? Does he still love you? I believe you should know. This is the second group of cards. If you have any other questions, you can come to Aunt one-on-one for analysis. Let's see the last set of cards, the October period, the Cold War between you two, and the breakup. What does he think of you now? Does he miss you? Let's take a look. The character in these cards is very distinct, implying that in this relationship, your feelings towards each other are very clear-cut. In fact, it has a great impact on your relationship. He will try to convey some of his thoughts and ideas from his personality. For example, some things he thinks. Some ways of cognition are easy. It's affecting your relationship, bringing this wall into your relationship. So there's a lot of his personal influence in your relationship. Like, he often tries to influence you, or he projects his thoughts. He hopes you will accept how he is as a person, this kind of person, and he will always try to brainwash you, giving you a PVA feeling. Well, I can clearly feel from this set of cards that this person must love you and has deep feelings for you. It's hard for anyone to replace you in their heart. Why do I feel like even though it's hard to replace you, there's still a third party in this relationship? The energy of the relationship is also what you are listening to these cards. Certainly there is a triangular relationship among you. Of course, some people might be in a one-to-one relationship. Some of you are in this kind of triangular relationship, facing these choices, or if he's conflicted internally, he might have already made a choice and the person he chose might not be you. This is for situations where our relationship is not easy to occur, even if you are irreplaceable. But now, it seems there's a big difference between you and the you he thought of before, the beautiful you in his heart. So he will think that you have changed a lot inside. Especially in this aspect of character, he will think you are much better than others. And in his heart, let's talk about one-on-one situations or tripartite relationships. He will have hatred in his heart. He really misses you right now. He can't stand it. He wants to be with you, no matter where you are. Seeing you, he wants to get close to you from all over the world. His desire is particularly strong, but he will have a kind. It seems like his mood is extremely unstable right now. He may either be very irritable, emotional, or impatient. So his mood is particularly bad right now. So you mustn't say or do anything that might anger him. He is conflicted about what could potentially worsen the relationship between you two. At the moment, his thoughts about you are rather mixed up, I feel. One side is complaining about you, right? How are you not good? Where is not good? On one hand, various negative thoughts will affect you and make you feel especially missed. Additionally, there's this triangular relationship image for some people. If the two of you are in a one-on-one relationship, he might be conflicted about whether or not to continue investing in this relationship or what he needs to do next. He will weigh the pros and cons in his mind, and this is what worries him. But I think the factors of power and pros and cons are not many. It's more about your feelings. There are actually big problems in your relationship. So it's not about the influence of others or real life factors. I think the fundamental issue is between the two of you. So his current idea is, miss you so much, love you so much. You feel irreplaceable, and yet you're not comfortable with him.
You can drink
right?
a lot
He
of
can't stand
places.
many negative thoughts and lives very tangled. Well, let's see what advice the tarot card gives you. Let's draw a card randomly. Overcoming difficulties is obvious. Don't worry about his attitude towards you right now. It's really about the two of you. It's not a big issue. There's a possibility that you might get back together in the future. For the third set of cards, if you have any other questions, like wanting to know his thoughts and how things will develop between you two, you can get a one-on-one analysis. This is the third set of cards. Give everyone a general interpretation.